Okay, so we have a number of services at the Toronto Public Library about local history. So obviously we have collections. Libraries are all about books and other materials, so collections are our number one thing. We also publish books about local history. Our attitude is, if it's not there, we'll do it. And that's how those books all started. We do exhibits both in a gallery, at branches, as well as online on our website. We do programs such as this type of program. We also are linked with a number of local historical societies who provide programs in our buildings, so they don't have to pay rent for the rooms. And so there's a number of historical societies, plus just generally programs otherwise. And we provide help to people who want to do research. And so our collections and our services are both in the library, so you can come to the library and look at materials. And increasingly, we are providing our materials online in a digital format. And this is our website called Historicity, Toronto Then and Now, which brings together a lot of material about collections about Toronto. This is what's in our collections. We have pictures. You have to do this one, Jessica. Yeah. This is high tech. This is the bringing in the high tech. Okay, so in the collections we have pictures of old people and more modern pictures. Apparently that was a man who was shaving with a ginger ale because there was a water shortage in North York. Maps and detailed maps like this one, books, reports, pamphlets. This report on Regent Park. And ephemera. Ephemera is something that was made to be thrown out. It is what you get in, all that junk mail you get at your house. Someone's advertising, this is on special, etc. Well, we at the Toronto Public Library save that kind of material. And so that's an ad for a stove company, the Happy Thought range. And so over time, this becomes very valuable. We had a librarian who used to go and pick the notices off the hydro poles. He would take his staple right over and he would take them off because he knew that would be historically valuable. So that kind of thing. So that's ephemera. And then manuscripts are things that are usually handwritten. There's only one of them. They're not like a printed book. There's only one thing. So we collect manuscripts, and that is someone's account book from the 1830s, I think. Okay, so, all right, so city directories are another really valuable source for local history information. I don't know if you've seen them, but they're like a telephone book, except they are information, first of all, about everybody who lived in the city, so they're alphabetically listed. And then there's usually a directory by professions or by businesses, and then terrific ads. So you can find out so much about people and about the city by using these city directories. The first one in Toronto was published in 1833, and they went all the way up until about 1995, and for privacy reasons, and also, I guess because of the internet, they were no longer an economically feasible thing to do. So unfortunately, but they are fantastic. And newspapers, the old newspapers are absolutely wonderful. The Toronto Star and the Globe are both online. You can get it for free with your library card. And they go back, in the Globe's case, to 1844, and in the Star's case, that goes back to 1894. So it's just wonderful to be able to go in there and find out all sorts of information about people, communities, and things like that. Now this is we also collect fire insurance plans. These are plans that were produced for the purposes of insurance, and they're big, huge books, volumes like this. And they were all color-coded. You can't see it with this yellow overlay. But, so all the buildings were, if it was a brick building, it was red. If it was a gray building, it was stone. Yellow meant frame. And, yeah, those are the three colors, I think. And so basically, an insurance agent would have these big books, and you call up and say, I'd like to get some insurance on my house. And so he looks, okay, where do you live? He opens up the map and he goes, that's a frame house, that's a wood house. and there's wood houses on either side, you know what wood does, burns. So your insurance will be higher. And the maps also showed where the fire hydrants were, all that kind of thing. So that's what, but they are so fantastic because over time, these are all buildings. So this is Young Street, and this is Mount Pleasant Cemetery around Davisville. But so over time, more and more buildings appear on the map, so you can trace a neighborhood's evolution.